Hi, everyone. Welcome again to our chat with Jay Kent. Jay, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Excited to talk about some of the current supply chain challenges we're seeing in the market and some of the just, you know, crazy things that are happening right now.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. The parcel market is going interesting as well as the rest of the supply chain as a whole. But today I wanted to talk about a recent Wall Street Journal article. It caught my attention, and it was on how free shipping is being impacted by the tariffs and such. And I just really wanted to get your take on that. We've talked about for years about the demise of free shipping. It's coming, it's coming. And it's, but Jay, what do you think? Will tariffs finally kill off free shipping?
Yeah, so I would say it's interesting because everyone I talk to, whether it's the operations group or people in the boardroom, consistent conversation is tariffs, 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 and everyone's so focused on tariffs. And quite frankly, everyone needs to relax and kind of go back to the basics. I think the reality is people need to control and companies need to control those things they can actually control. They can speculate and they can do their war plans, etc. But they really need to focus on what is important, those things that they can control. The short answer is no. Free shipping is not going to go away. Okay. I would say that the customers' expectations haven't changed. The reality is everyone wants to continue to use that as a competitive advantage. Okay. I think that sometimes part of the challenge is people really don't understand. I've worked at many companies where the leadership team really did not initially have visibility to their true margin, to their true costs. So there were decisions that were being made that, quite frankly, were not in the best interest of the company. And I think part of the challenge that for a shipper is they need to really better understand what their costs are, what their margin is, what other options that they have, because there are a tremendous amount of different options. I would say it's interesting, the Wall Street Journal article that just came out, and if the readers have not read the article that was published in Parcel Magazine in January, I really talked about what some of the different options were. I'll go back to and make a shout out to one of my former retailers, Pet Value in Canada, who implemented Instacart same day deliveries in 600 stores, okay, for the holiday season. And again, the geography in Canada is very dispersed. I'll also reference Kohl's department stores, a company I worked for three times, really during the growth years. And they do a really good job about mitigating some of their transportation expenses by a very robust buy online pickup in store, as well as the returns that they do not only for themselves but other e-commerce sites. And then last, I'll reference Walmart and Target, who continue to be pretty unique in some of their offerings that they have. So the bottom line is free shipping absolutely is not going away. And people need to concentrate on those things that they can control, both from a cost and service side.
Awesome. So I guess I should have started off this conversation asking, okay, so besides me, do consumers still want that free shipping?
Yeah, and they do. There was a recent survey that 66% of the consumers that were surveyed really said free shipping is a key parameter. If they don't have free shipping, it's kind of an entry to what they do. Now, again, if you're a manufacturer, okay, yeah, parameters are different, okay, but from a retail standpoint, people are really looking for that. But again, it goes back to you really need to have a good handle on what you're doing.
Okay, awesome. So you've mentioned some best practices for retailers to consider. Are there any others that you can share
Yeah,
with us?
I would say, again, make sure that you are working with a trusted business advisor, someone who has both the practical experience as well as, the resources to bring you best in class solutions, both from a cost and service standpoint. So that's one. Two, truly understand the margin. Okay, everyone's business is different. Just because XYZ company is doing it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So really make sure that you have the ability to have margin management and understand your true cost of landed deliveries. Okay. Three is there's so many different alternatives right now, both from that offer same day, next day, 2 day, and I think you have to look at some of those alternatives, work with someone that can help you, guide you, because again, it's not what it was in the past traditionally. There's so many alternatives that if you're not looking at them, get some help, okay, and have someone help you, walk you through what it means and what the advantages are and what the disadvantages are. It's not going to be for everyone, but there's a lot of more opportunities now than ever before. So I would say those are probably my best practices.
Gotcha. So, if folks are interested in learning more, how can they reach out to you?
Couple of different ways. One is, LinkedIn. Please let me know, send me a message, and I will reply very quickly and try to help you. Two is if you're not already subscribing to Jay's Parcel Notes, subscribe to that. There's no cost. You get it every 2 weeks. Every Wednesday it'll come out, and it's some good tidbits of information. And that's based on feedback I've been given, not my own opinion. And then three is, every other week, send out a email. And if you give me your email address, we'll send a direct email to you that talks about not only the parcel industry, but really supply chain as a whole. So a lot of different vehicles to reach me. Look forward to answering any questions and just being a resource.
Awesome. Well, Jay, thank you again for chatting with me. And I will, I'm sure we'll chat again next month.
All
So
right.
thank you again.
Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.